Every morning, I take the time, whether it's 2 minutes or 20 minutes, to get quiet, be still, and connect with the energy that I know is greater than myself. To connect to Source with a capital S. I feel I owe that to myself and my calling here on earth, to connect to that from which I've come. So I go to a place that is centered and calm within myself. That exercise gives me strength and a sense of peace every single day. And I use that morning oasis to help myself all day long. I can tell you for sure that coming from a centered space throughout the day allows me to pause in any difficult situation and realize that the situation itself is different from my response or reaction to it. I don't need to let the challenge or the difficulty, whether it's a craving for food or a complex problem at work, I don't have to let that control me. If I don't create the space to be centered, I become unconscious and ruled by outside forces that weigh me down. So when we create space in our minds and spirit, we can pause, accept each moment, and take charge of how we choose to respond. With ease, the pressure, the heaviness, the hunger of a difficult moment gets diffused. Welcome to day 17, Winning the Mind Game. The more centered and accepting we are in each moment, the more creative and positive the energy we bring to it. We inherently co-create change. Habits, burdens, heaviness no longer control us. We control our reactions and therefore control the moment. We arrive very easily at an uplifted place. Deepak is going to share some wise ways to move toward that uplifted place. So let's listen, and then we'll meditate.
As you restore yourself to the Creator you truly are, cravings diminish and habits lose their power to weigh you down. As we learned, that's how the hunger dilemma is solved. When the hunger dilemma is over, there is still the mind game to deal with. The mind game consists of the tricks your mind plays on you, making you see reality according to old memories, fears, prejudices, and early conditioning. Instead of following your old mental habits, focus on the fact that you can be the conscious agent of change. Imagine two people who arrive at the airport to discover that their flight has been cancelled. One accepts the news with a sigh, goes to the bookstore, and gets immersed in a fascinating book. The other passenger grumbles, yells at the ticket agent, and sits in a chair, steaming with anger. The same event doesn't produce the same reflection. This is important to realize, because without being able to instantly produce a jet to take you where you want to go, you can create a positive reflection simply through the power of awareness. Any trick of the mind can be defeated by becoming aware of the trick. What you are aware of, you can change. In fact, awareness is the change. Return now to the airport and the cancelled flight. The passenger who got angry could at any moment look at the situation and say, "This is me choosing to be mad about a situation I can't change. The choice is mine." There is no better way to use awareness than to direct your intention into a better outcome for yourself in any situation. When you face a crisis, challenge, or setback, tell yourself the same thing. This is me reacting. The situation is just a blank canvas. It has no meaning until you personalize it. So take charge of how you react, doing the best you can to support where you want the story to go. Let's say that you are assigned an uninteresting work task. Instead of tagging it as boring, just say, "This is where I find myself right now." That's all it is. When you accept where you are without judgment, what happens? You relax and gain an open perspective. This is how we win the mind game. When you feel relaxed enough, you are centered, engaged, and receptive. Time itself dissolves. You aren't wasting time anymore because you experience being here, nothing more, nothing less. Centered and at peace, you are positioned to create any response you desire, and from there, any outer reflection is possible. As we prepare to meditate together, let's take a moment to consider our centering thought. I accept where I am, here and now. I accept where I am, here and now. Now let's prepare for our meditation. Make yourself comfortable and close your eyes. Begin to be aware of your breath and just breathe slowly and deeply. With each breath, allow yourself to become more deeply relaxed. Now gently introduce the mantra, Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. This mantra means, my pure consciousness is awake and present here and now. Repeat it silently to yourself. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. With each repetition, feel your body, mind, and spirit open and receive just a little more. Whenever you find yourself distracted by thoughts, noises, or physical sensations, simply return your attention to silently repeating the mantra. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. Please continue with your meditation. I'll mind the time, and when it's time to end, you'll hear me ring a soft bell. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. Samprati Hum. It's time to release the mantra. Continue to sit restfully, inhaling and exhaling slowly. When you feel ready, you can open your eyes. As you continue with your day, contemplate this centering thought. I accept where I am, here and now. I accept where I am, here and now. Namaste.